Why are the Philadelphia 76ers being brought up in trade conversations with Damian Lillard or around Damian Lillard? I need somebody to tell me. They're listed as one of the teams that have shown interest. Kyle Neubeck says they've contacted Portland, and okay, probably most teams have, but it's not even realistic. Like I'm saying, okay, most teams have contacted Portland, but why would the Sixers even contact Portland? Because they should know it's not realistic, right? The two things are Dame wants to go to Miami. Dame has made it clear he wants to go to Miami. Dame has even said he's not going to play for a team if he gets traded to a team that's not Miami. The NBA is trying to crack down or threaten him out of doing that. But that's what it is. Dame doesn't want to come to Philly. That's number one. What do you want, another player? What do you want, another player that doesn't want to play for you? What do you want to go from Ben Simmons to James Harden? You might as well triple up. You might as well make it a three-peat, a fucking hat trick of disgruntled players. You might as well get Dame and have another player who doesn't want to play for you. That doesn't make any sense. Number two, the Philadelphia 76ers do not have assets to trade for Damian Lillard. Unless it's a multi-team deal that sends Tyrese Maxey to Portland. Let me say that again. I've said it probably a million times. I've said it on a million videos. I've said it on Twitter a million times. The Philadelphia 76ers cannot land Damian Lillard without trading Tyrese Maxey. Stop sending me Tobias Harris and Furkan Korkmaz for Dame just because your little trade machine said green. The Sixers can't land Damian Lillard without trading Tyrese Maxey. It's not happening. Here's why you can't trade Tyrese Maxey for Damian Lillard. Because if you get Damian Lillard in here and pair him up with Joel Embiid, let's say the Sixers have been in contact. Let's say Joel Embiid. Nobody's talking to you. Let's say Joel Embiid has been talking to Damian Lillard. Let's say players on the Sixers roster have been trying to convince Damian Lillard that, hey, look, we know you want to go to Miami, but if you come to Philly, you can win here. If you come to Philly, we can win together. Let's say Joel Embiid had that conversation with Damian Lillard. If you come to Philly, we can win together. And Damian Lillard changes his mind. Damian Lillard changes his mind and says, yeah, I'll play for Philly. Yeah, I'll play for Philly. You're right. We can win together. Me and Joel Embiid, we can win together. Let's say that happens and a multi-team deal gets through where Tyrese Maxey gets traded to Portland. It's not going to work. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why you can't trade Tyrese Maxey? It's more about Tyrese. It's more about Tyrese Maxey's future than anything. It's not about, is Damian Lillard better than Tyrese Maxey right now? It's not about, does trading Tyrese Maxey for Damian Lillard make you a championship contender right now? It's not about that. It's about Joel Embiid. The fact of the matter is, the law of odds, the law of averages tells you that Joel Embiid is going to be hurt. I'm sorry to keep it a bean. I'm sorry to keep it a buck like a dollar store. The law of averages will tell you that Joel Embiid is going to get hurt. Tyrese Maxey is the only path to the future. And I'm not talking about necessarily a championship in the future. Tyrese Maxey is the only path to Sixers fans being interested in Sixers games in the near future. If you trade him for Damian Lillard, the law of averages tells you Joel Embiid's going to get hurt, and the Sixers don't win anyway. Now, Joel Embiid gets hurt like he always does. You don't win like you always don't. And you have no future because Damian Lillard's 30 plus. You have no assets. Joel Embiid's going to retire in 2 years. Enough is enough. You 100% cannot trade Tyrese Maxey for Damian Lillard. You can't do it. You can't do it. And the question being like, look, and I say this recently, I'm here for entertainment. I want to be entertained. We're all just here for entertainment, bro. We all have lives and jobs and errands to run and mortgages to pay or whatever. We all just want to be entertained for a couple hours watching a sports game. That's it. So if you're asking me, would you trade 20 years of mediocrity for one championship? If you're asking me, would you like to win a championship next season and then be bad for 10 years? My answer is no. Do you understand what I'm saying here? If you're asking me, would you like to win a championship this upcoming season and then be bad for 10 years? My answer is no. I don't want to be bad for 10 years. I would rather the excitement of the season, the excitement of the upcoming playoffs, and the excitement of what if for the next 10 years. I would rather be entertained, frustrated, stressed out, and lose in the second round for 10 years than to trade for Damian Lillard. Everything goes perfectly. You win a championship, and then they're bad for the next 20. Call me crazy for that. But the period of about 2010 to 2016 was so fucking boring.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Do you remember that? Do you remember trying to convince yourself that Andre Iguodala was the next star? Do you remember trying to convince yourself that Evan Turner was good? Do you remember trying to convince yourself that Isaiah Cannon was good, that Robert Covington, that Tony Roten, that Luke Mamute? Do you remember trying to convince yourself that Lexi Shved was good? Do you remember that? I never want to be there again. I don't care if they lose in the second round every season. I don't ever want to be there again. I don't know. That's all I got, man. I got to go to work. Y'all be good. Peace.